EGB, your esports betting world. The only place to find the widest choice of popular games and matches to win real money. Choose your bet on a single event or express of several matches with dizzy odds. Serving the market for 7 years with over 800,000 users. Join now to get your bonus for the first deposit up to $600. EGB, you know for sure who's gonna win.
Dire team pick.
Hello guys, welcome back to the Arena of Blood Season 2, Nemiga game versus Friends, the best of 3. Let's get to it, shall we? Before we start though, a message from our sponsors. Guys, our partner EGB.com gives you an awesome proposal. The first deposit bonus of up to $600. At EGB.com, you can also find convenient service, daily quests, and a bonus system. Interested? Click on the banner under the broadcast to learn more. My name is DSwordfish, I'll be your caster for today. Hope you enjoy my cast, and let's get right to it, friends. Nemiga versus... Oh, right. You can see how that's confusing. Nemiga versus Friends is the matchup, and last game we just saw a complete outdraft by Friends. They destroyed Nemiga in the draft, and then honestly the execution was good, but it didn't have to be good. The draft was so solid. So they pick up the Keeper I like to start off with. As Nemiga, they go for the Legion Commander. Okay, so this is actually one of the better heroes to deal with Keeper. You're able to dispel the blinding light in the lane, which is one of the hardest things to deal with. And on top of that, you're able to give attack speed to whomever is stuck in that Will-O-Wisp, which allows you to destroy the ball in record timing. So really, really good by Nemiga. You combine this now with a Shadow Demon. Okay, alright. So you have some setup, some save. Actually, a good amount of save, to be honest. A good amount of catch as well. So not bad at all, actually. Okay, Nemiga can probably... They're probably starting much better than last game, honestly. The last game, though, the beginning of the draft also looked fine for them, and then it kind of went awry, so we'll see. But definitely Legion Shadow Demon is pretty solid. It's not the best combination in lane, mind you, because there's not really much to set up for disruption, and Shadow Word is nice, but there's ways to deal with it. But it's an overall good heroes in general, and they do work really nicely in the mid game together, because you can always set up for duel with a disruption, and Soul Catcher's magnificent at finishing off that duel. How will Friends follow this Keeper of the Light up? I usually like the Keeper to be combined with something that has some sort of stun, to be honest, because Keeper lacks it himself. Okay, Wraith King is fantastic, great. I'm not opposed to Wraith King, generally speaking. I do think that he's been kind of nerfed this patch, at least the Radiance Wraith King. He's a much better hero if you play him with Desolator or with Armlet right now. And I'm a big fan. I am a big fan, honestly, of the Wraith King Coddle in general. It's a very solid lineup. Wraith Fire Blast with the Chakra Magic to help him. You have the Skeletons later as well. Good amount of pushing power. Good defense of the high ground. It's overall just really good. And it definitely seems like Friends is starting solidly. However, I wouldn't... the Wraith King is good against Legion Commander in general, but I don't love the hero as I mentioned. So it does depend on what the rest of the draft is looking like for Friends. They already banned most of the Wraith King counters. The Timber Saw, the Phantom Lancer as well. The Ricky's been banned by Nemiga, so they have a lot of options off the table. Perhaps Nemiga might be forced to go for either the AM or the Naga Siren, which are the two remaining heroes that can kind of counter the Wraith King. Naga Siren being probably better than AM. I like her more because she's just much more consistent. AM has been really nerfed this patch, so I wouldn't imagine anyone really playing AM. But it all really depends as well what Friends runs as their second support and as their off laner, because that's really going to determine how fast they can play their lineup. If everything has to just farm for a while, it's okay, as long as the rest of your lineup is fine. The problem last game was that you had an Ember and a Void Spirit, both of which were relatively greedy heroes. Like, they're fast, but they're not as fast as like a Centaur. They're not item independent like a Shadow Fiend, and they don't have the fastest farming potential, especially if Ember loses the game, or the lane, sorry. So that was just not great. Let's see what Nemiga does now, though. I would like the Centaur, actually. I don't know. Okay, no, sorry. I take it back. Not the Centaur, because Legion Commander, Shadow Demon, of course. So no Centaur. What else do you want? What else can you run with Shadow Demon? You know what? Actually, against the Keeper Light, I'm not against the idea of a Lina. I wouldn't mind a Rubik either. Lina 4 or Rubik in general as the 4. Run a Shadow Demon as a 5. I know Shadow Demon is popular to run as a 4. Don't love it too much. You're on the Nyx even. Jakiro. Alright, so you can run the Shadow Demon as a 4. Jakiro's just okay. He's alright. He can be okay in certain lineups, but you don't really have the best hero to combine with him in the offlane. I like the DP as well, so they're making sure that the rest of the lineup kind of makes up for Wraith King's really slow startup. The great part about Death Prophet is that even though she is relatively quick in the sense that she can fight early, her real peak comes at level 12 when she gets level 2 Exorcism. And Wraith King around level 12 should have the Radiance as well and should be able to fight. So they have really similar peaks, which is fantastic for friends. Tempo is always a problem with lower drafts and lower, qualifier team drafts, because they usually don't take into account that everyone has to activate around the same time, or should. Don't love the Jakiro, because Jakiro with Legion is not the perfect combination. I think Jakiro with Centaur is better, or Jakiro with Mars is better, but Jakiro's okay. He deals a fair amount of damage with Macropyre, so I guess he's been slightly buffed in the last few patches, and he does give you a bit of pushing power. Nemiga have the option actually to answer this DP, or to answer this Wraith King, and they probably should. The choices here, like I mentioned, for Wraith King, probably Naga Siren. Here in the mid lane against DP. We've seen a lot of Medusa, but now she doesn't really take away your... I mean, Medusa against Wraith King is actually kind of fine. I wouldn't mind seeing a Medusa, actually, for Nemiga in that mid lane against Death Prophet. And then you run some sort of relatively quick carry. The thing is, if you run Medusa, you can't run Naga Siren, so it's up to them to see what they'd rather have. Quap always an option in that middle lane, really good against Wraith King, pretty decent against Death Prophet in lane. The problem with Quap tends to be that... well, you're playing Quap. Okay, their carry seems to be a Bristleback for now, so that's their answer, I guess, to the Wraith King, which allows you to pick up the Medusa here in the mid lane. And then the Tusk by Friends, a lovely pick. I love that Tusk. More team fight for Friends. The Snowball is fantastic at sitting your Death Prophet, because the Ghosts still hit people while you're in the Snowball, so you give them like 6 extra seconds. It's actually a combination that's not really explored, but very, very powerful. Silence is fantastic at cancelling or punishing someone who's inside the disruption, has been saved by that. And the Death Prophet, so Tusk can further also save someone from the duel. You actually have a lot of options here right now for Friends. I like it a lot. This Tusk pick is really good. He's also one of the best supports right now. I'm surprised he's passed this far in. And here the final bans. Nemiga needs to ban an offlaner, and Friends needs to ban a mid laner. Most likely. I don't think that's a Death Bristleback against a DP. Because DP can just disengage every single time against a Bristleback. She can just be faster, and even if he plays aggressively, he's not too great. Yeah, they ban the Necrophos. Yeah. Don't love the Necrophos. He's good right now, but I don't love him as the pick. And really weird you ban the Broodmother, honestly, considering you have a Bristleback and a Legion Commander in your team. Oddest ban I've seen. So you're missing an offlaner. What do you want? You're up against a Bristleback. That's a really tough offlane, actually. Necrophos would have actually been pretty good for them. Against, or at least okay against Bristleback. Or the NP or the Wind Ranger. Pango? Yeah, Pango's okay. Pango's not a good pick, actually. Pango Tusk is pretty good, sorry. I take it back. Pango Tusk is a good combination. Within the synergy of your team is good. But with Demonic Purge to cancel you, Ice Path to cancel your rolling. So Demonic Purge to slow you down, Duel to catch you while you're rolling. That's the Queen of Pain I was talking about. And then finally the Ice Path to cancel your Rolling Thunder before it even happens. It's not ideal pick. It's not the best pick you could get against Nemiga. He is a pretty good laner against Bristleback if you don't want to go against NP though. So I like this option. Especially with a Tusk card. I can imagine you play that really aggressively. And then you can go for the Queen of Pain. Yes, Queen of Pain's a good pick in theory. She is solid against Death Prophet, very good against Pango. Okay against Wraith King because you can help him kite. And it does go with the kind of early tempo lineup that Nemiga seems to be running. They like a bit of pushing power, so maybe something like a DK would have been a bit better, to be honest. But the issue with Queen of Pain just tends to be she is garbage. She's just hot garbage as of now. So that's really the problem. Seeing as she's just not that great, the problem ends up being that she's just what do you do on the Queen of Pain? She's much better as a support. You beat the Death Prophet in lane, I do think, but not by that much, honestly. DP has much better attack damage and much better animation, surprisingly, than Queen of Pain. Her projectile is slower than Queen of Pain's, but the animation by Queen of Pain is terrible, which gives Death Prophet a huge upper hand when it comes to last hitting. Also, you can max Crypt Swarm as opposed to maxing Spirit Siphon, and then Quap is in trouble. Quap doesn't deal well with Death Prophet in the mid lane, in the mid game, because Yo Scepter can evade easily that Sonic Wave. So, not the greatest hero. You also have a fair amount of stuns, right? You have silences and stuns on all of your cores. Two of your two supports also have some sort of stun, even if it's their ultimate, and the Snowball, actually. So I don't think the Queen of Pain is going to have the easiest of times. I'm definitely right now in support of... F.R.I.E.N.D.S lineup. Looking at this. They just look more solid. Much more solid.
Bright and breezy.
We'll see. We'll see how the execution ends up being. I like some of the inner synergy as well. I do like the Pango pick with the Tuskar. I do find that's one of the nicer combinations. When they ask who won the draft, it's Friends. Friends won the draft. I mean, Nemiga has the option, to be honest, in a lot of teams that play fast, you have the option of just carrying the game by doing that, like Snowball out of control in the early. Your lanes are just okay enough. Like, the Legion Commander against Wraith King lane, like we saw last time, is not an easy lane for Wraith King. But this time you have a Coddle to go with it, so it's much easier. Tuskar plus Pango is a kind of scary lane to go against. And Tuskar can tank Pango or Bristleback pretty early. And actually, I like this. Usually you go for Hedgers, but he goes for Buckler instead to tank those Quill Sprays. Very smart. The mid lane should be kind of even, maybe a bit Queen of Pain favored, but not too much, honestly. The Prophet doesn't lose the lane that hard. So the snowball potential is not that high unless they misplay a lot. So I would definitely go for the Friends draft considerably here. I don't love the Nemiga draft. They are quicker, though. Whenever there's a quicker draft, I will have to always mention that if they play perfectly, if they play exactly as they should, even with the small advantages they have, they will win this game earlier, and then just before the Wraith King can come online. But the thing about Wraith King is that even though last game we saw Wraith King going for Desolator, sorry, for Radiance, you can always go for Deso, and that's never a problem. You can always go for Deso, and then you don't have the problem of having to wait till the late game to really be effective. You can go for Armlet even, which is a great way to deal with the Bristleback. So it's not. I don't think you're limited to. Oh, I like the axe. I don't think you're limited to playing a slow Wraith King necessarily. They do run the Cuddle with him. Interesting that you go for the Aura level 1, by the way. And Dodgy takes advantage of the early just to hit Nefert a bit. They know that Nefert has Quill Spray level 1, so it's the best time to actually be aggressive against them. And here's what we're talking, right? Oshishush usually, he's just going to push the lane with a Crypt Swarm and last hit on the tower. Oh, sorry, and last hit as soon as they can, and then not get close to the Queen of Pain. It's the best way to deal with Queen of Pain. Actually, one of the reasons why Queen of Pain actually stopped... Oh, Sido's going to die here in the bottom lane. He swashbuckle aggressively. He's dead. Hey, he's dead. That's one last Quill Spray, and Sido's gone. Goodbye, Pango. Oh, the fire actually ends up killing him. So the first blood goes to F.R.I.E.N.D.S. Dodgy left Sidoi here. Sidoi used the swashbuckle aggressively. Huge double mistake here. As Nefert just ran him down. That was... Okay, that was really bad, actually. That was really badly played. You never... Against a Bristleback, wasting your swashbuckle like that is terrible. And so for this to start... Oh, I like the build for Queen of Pain as well. She's going for early point to Scream of Pain as opposed to an early point in Blink. As Queen of Pain, you can actually play a lot of mind games here against DP, which usually gains you the upper hand. So one of the mind games is, obviously, the biggest counter about Queen of Pain against DP is, well, your Blink. That's how you disengage against the Spirit Siphon. But because of that, a lot of Death Prophets don't even go for many points in the Spirit Siphon. They max Crypt Swarm, and they don't even use Spirit Siphon because it's pointless. They use it on creeps to regen health, which allows you to actually not have to get any blinks and just go for Scream of Pain instead, which is good. So a lot of mind games can get played in this matchup, and it really does depend on execution to some degree. We're seeing Oshush is kind of struggling against the Shadow Strikes. He's actually maxing Spirit Siphon. I don't love this build. I think maxing Crypt Swarm is definitely the way to play against the Queen of Pain. You're bling. But I guess he also read that Melojule did not go for any points in Blink, and therefore is playing against him. There's a Fairy Fire available, but he didn't use it in time. Oh, he had that kill. He didn't use the Fairy Fire in time. I don't know if you saw the Fairy Fire on Queen of Pain, decided not to use it or what happened, but that was a huge mistake. Usher still kills Melojule, but of course it's as he kills himself just to come back to the lane quicker in full HP. Very smart. In the middle lane, what really matters is the experience, not really the kill, especially since the 10% change. So Sensibility is also struggling a lot against Astro. So these lanes are going exactly as they expected, and this is what you would ask. If you're playing this kind of draft, this is exactly what you're looking for. So that's probably pretty good for friends. Okay, Nefrit. They do take a kill on Dodgy here in the bottom lane. Sidoi, the next target. Nefrit actually went for an early point of Viscous and said, woo. And this is the point I was talking about. Like, Pango is not, you know, he's okay against the Bristle, but I think the combo of Pango plus Tusk is not that great until late. And the Coddle has just left Plav alone completely as he's fighting as a Shadow Demon, which means Plav is losing his lane too, so okay. The conditions are being fulfilled. Despite a bad draft, Friends is not able to deal with his early game kind of aggression, so I need to find a way. Sacking the Pango seems to be the option for now, as they decide to just rotate the Tusk to the top lane. I don't think putting Coddle bottom is going to solve anything either, by the way, or top is just going to be the same. In the middle lane, the Queen of Pain is also getting her upper hand. As I mentioned, slightly Queen of Pain favored. DP is not taking advantage of... Or actually, DP really messed up with not going for Crypt Swarm. Really, the build here in the middle lane should just be max the Crypt Swarm, try to push the lane as soon as possible, and ignore the Shadow Strikes. But instead, because he went over 2 points early in Spirit Siphon, you tried to fight him, try to get that kill. You went for a gamble, and that gamble did not pay off. And that was a big deal for you. Let's see how this how this mid game turns out though, because the mid game also matters here. Let's see if they can take advantage, of course, of all this early game aggression. Like I mentioned earlier, one of the weaknesses of this draft is that you don't actually have a lot of pushing power in your draft. I mean, Legion or Bristle is okay, but it's not that much pushing power. So the enemy team can at least play a bit on the defensive side. They have a Coddle after all. They have a Death Prophet and even a Pangolier. All of which are heroes that are pretty good at stopping your push. So I can't imagine that they're at least able to elongate the game for a bit. But it does depend on how many mistakes they make. Okay, Sidoi could be dead. Again, all these swashbuckles being used so offensively, man. Against a Bristleback. Here comes the Coddle. But what are you doing? Yeah, exactly. There's no point in rotating the Coddle there. Those Tusk might have been able to force a kill. A Coddle? There's nothing. There's no point of him going bottom whatsoever. Shush. Oh, we're trying to get a kill there using the Fairy Fire to try to survive as well. But the Queen of Pain is smart. Of course you're not going to catch her with the Spirit Siphon. Put that third point to Crypt Swarm. He's actually going to die here as well. Oh, so close, Shush. So close. But Death Prophet... I don't know. I think that not playing this lane too wisely. You're underestimating the Queen of Pain. She might not be a great hero right now, but it doesn't make her that weak that, you know, a good player can't take advantage of this Queen of Pain. And we are seeing exactly that this lane. Exactly that. You have a really early Sonic Wave. Oh, Coddle, do not show yourself. This Queen of Pain is just itching for this kill. Look at Shadow Strike. It just destroys you. It's one of the advantages of running pup mid. You know, you max the Shadow Strike and it's just impossible to really trade against you. Okay, DP. Coming back with level 5, by the way. And I think that is not a maxed out quick swing. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Plav in trouble. Those Ice Shards, though, do help him out. But he ends up getting killed off regardless because of the Shadow Poison. And the top lane, they might even get his counter kill onto Dodgy as well. There we go. Double kill here for Nemiga. Huge advantage right now for Nemiga, who are just playing these lanes much better.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it's looking bad. It's looking bad right now. The Friends need to get their act together. They need to find some space. They need to be able to fight early. The Exorcism is about to be done on the Death Prophet. The choice of going for the Bristleback carry was a really wise one by Nemiga. This was a better draft because of that. Much better draft because of that. Shush in trouble. Sonic Wave will extinguish him. There we go. And the Coddle is so low level because of all his rotations. You just need some experience. You're level 2 versus level 4 Jakiro, who's actually going to kill him. There we go. Jakiro gets the kill. Oh, he's done. You have Snowball? No, you don't. You can't even save him some damage. And oh my god. Oh lord, he just wasted that completely. No tag team, so F.R.I.E.N.D.S is fine. What are we doing, friends? You're losing the plot. That's what happens if you play the earlier draft sometimes. Oh, Sidoi, you gotta be really careful here. He has used the magic stick. Never mind, Sidoi. Might be confident. Those quill sprays are kind of annoying, though. There we go. If you missed that hit. Oh, you gotta hit him in the end, and that hit is enough. Nifrit does go down. Sidoi just barely scraping by. And partially because of a mistake of Bristleback as well, by the way. Bristleback should never... In that position, you don't get hit. If you are able to... You are always able to evade it. It's not a question of whether Pango is good or not. You do not get hit if you play that properly. So, mistake. Okay, friends. As to why Ush continues to do this of staying in the mid lane. Melojul went for the rune because she prioritizes that over Ush's life. Yeah, Ush, mate, you're done. You're done for. They ice path him. Melojul can play more aggressively, but they don't want to dive this apparently because Dodgy does rotate properly. We are maxing Cryptstorm, so at least we get that. That's an advantage. That's going to help you farm a lot. Pause by the Jakiro. Not really sure why. And we see Wraithing is farming in the jungle now. Not really sure. Oh, wow. Oh, what? Are they actually accusing them? Of... Really? Are they actually accusing the enemy team of dewarding and using the stream and all that? Oh. And they even unpaused? Friends unpaused? As opposed to Nemiga? Interesting. They actually accused them of dewarding there. Because it's half in Russian, I don't actually speak Russian. Unfortunately, I don't know what else they were saying. But F.R.I.E.N.D.S, oof, they're struggling. Attack team, there we go. Nice with a Chakra Magic as well.
Invisibility.
But yeah, that was odd. They are accusing them of using the stream to deward. Interesting. I hope that's not true. Is that maybe an accomplice? Because I'm casting? No, obviously not. That was the fact that they unpause as well. I mean, I don't know if that's bad matter. I don't really know what to say about that, to be honest. You guys going for a later build, or sorry, yeah, armored build, which I'm happy with, by the way. I think that's the way to go. If you go for Radiance, it'll take you forever to play this game. You still want to get around the exorcism level 2, so that's what matters here. So yeah, that's good. That's good. Good choice. And the middle lane, Sidoi has Rolling Thunder. Has Rolling Thunder, but the Ice Path will hit him with Sonic Wave. He has no chance to use that Rolling Thunder. Keep Blinding Light in the way, right? Keep Blinding Light in the way. They're managing to at least stave off the aggression for this mid lane tower to keep it alive. Dodgy, I don't know what the plan was here. They definitely saw you. Ah, that's the plan. That's the plan. It's like, hey, we have a friend with us. It's Death Prophet. Come here and play, please. Ice Shards, but wait. If he turns his back, this Tusk is as good as dead. There we go. The Snowball used just to kill Nefrit. And they might even get an extra kill on F.R.I.E.N.D. They do lose Dodgy in the process, but F.R.I.E.N.D. gave his life away through this Death Prophet. Disruption did not really stop the Death Prophet ghosts, so they managed to get a double kill for this mid laner, and that's pretty good for them. That's still a win. Rolling Thunder used here in the mid lane, trying to chase after Melojul. Can you get the stun? You cannot. Melojul is smart against this Pango. Ah, the mind games are starting. The third time, it's not going to work. In comes the Pango. Uses Swashbuckle. Sidoi's going to die because of this. Sidoi tried to pinball Melojul. Melojul is just quick on his feet. Breaking some ankle. Breaking some ankles, man. What a player.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now, Nemiga continues onwards to this tower in the top lane. Sensibility catches Shadow Strike. Try to find him. Shush, nearby. There is an Illuminate by Sensibility, which will stop the creeps. So at least they're trying to deep-push this as best they can. Tusk is joining in. Miller Jewel target. Okay, they want to fight this F.R.I.E.N.D.S. They will try to kill him off. Oh, the Blinding Light. No, they still get him anyway. Miller Jewel now in trouble. The silence comes in. The duel onto this poor DP. DP is not going to be able to survive this. And they're going to give extra damage to the Chosen One. The Queen of Pain blinks away in time, so they're going to be just fine. The Chosen One looking for Sensibility. He has overwhelming odds. He was looking for the final hit. Pango trying to get a counter kill, but realizes he can't fight the Chosen One properly. There's the Ice Shards, though. Pango has a Rolling Thunder. Tag team has been used. And Rolling Thunder keeps her in place. No! He found the small crevice. Sedoy misses a swashbuckle. Even gives the kill of the Coddle for free because they bunch around him. I cannot believe what I just witnessed. Oh, Lord, that is not good. That is not good, man. That is, oof. I mean, I want to really commend Nemiga for how they're playing, but it's just F.R.I.E.N.D.S, my man. F.R.I.E.N.D.S, what? Vlad's on Pango. Nefrit nearby. Shush. So we go with the Exo. Okay, this could be a kill. They have tag team ready. Then he just needs to use the Ice Shards as well. Walrus Punch to control him. They want to hit him in the front. They haven't used the Ice Shards yet. Why not? Nefrit? Because he'll just die regardless. Okay. I'm going to save those Ice Shards for a better time, of course. And here's the rotation by Nemiga. Trying to find anyone that's still there. The Ghost will reveal the position of the Death Prophet who's just trying to get away. It's nice silence there. Starting to stop the duel. There's the Will-O-Wisps. Okay, stay inside of it to fight this. Exo is about to end soon, so you get some healing. Disruption, but this time Usher's going to be killed before she can get healed. And nobody's died just yet from Nemiga. I mean, obviously, besides the Bristle. The Tusk has to get away as well. So Nemiga, another one fight, really. Even losing the bristleback for that is actually kind of worth it. Well, unpause here. By F.R.I.E.N.D.S. As we resume the game, the Shadow Demon is back, but this is it's not looking too great for them. And because the Wraith King has not gone for Radiance, this build, the fact that he has so much net worth is not as useful as it should be. I mean, he is going to be faster and be able to fight sooner, but he's not going to be able to just take over the game like a Radiance would. Armlet is just okay. You usually want to get a much faster Armlet than this. He has been keeping up with net worth nicely, but we'll see how they can turn this around. It's not as lost as last game, though. Certainly, Nemiga is struggling more, but F.R.I.E.N.D.S is committing a lot of blunders here. They're kind of giving them for free. The only thing I see that is an advantage for F.R.I.E.N.D.S for certain is the fact that they have a lot of high ground defense. That's a big deal. The high ground defense is a big deal, and the fact that they can elongate this game a bit is important. I don't think Nemiga has the best high ground siege either, bar Jakiro, and I mean, I want to put Jakiro as like, oh no, he liquid fire in the tower. Oh, it's not a big a deal. The fact that Chosen One went for Blame early also is very interesting, by the way. Kawaii gets to counter the Coddle and the DP to some degree, so not bad. And it does seem like Wraith King will continue to farm until Shadowblade at least comes up. I can understand that, but Shadowblade plus Armlet do the same as Radiance. Sorry, cost the same as Radiance and do less, because they don't give you farming potential. So if you're just going to wait and not going to fight into any engagements, you might as well have gone for Radiance. And they do more in team fights, so I guess as soon as you get both items, you're ready to fight, and you're much stronger than with the Radiance. But you won't be able to farm, so you're going to have to play against heroes after that. They definitely saw this. Yeah, there we go. They pinged this. Ah, right, I see what they're doing. They're pinging this now because they got accused of cheating at the stream. And that's why they're pinging this now. So to kind of show, I guess, people that are watching, no guys, we're not cheating. Oh, I very much hope that's the case. Okay, there they go for Nefrit. Rolling Thunder used. Can they keep him in place? Yes, they can with a Will-O-Wisp. Everyone's going for Nefrit. And he can't turn around properly enough. Chosen One, now the next target. They managed to put him to sleep again. Will-O-Wisp is finally destroyed. Disruption used. Meanwhile, they'll kill the Jakiro as he drops down the Macropyre, though. And they're all fighting in the fire. They disarm the Legion Commander. They continue to attack her. She gets a duel off, but she gets free damage to Dodgy. And Plov playing with an armlet. He still has a reincarnation. He knows he can kill the Queen of Pain. They just committed a huge blunder TPing here. They underestimated the power of Plov. And they actually played this a 4 vs 5 without the TP and still won because of the power of Wraith King Armlet. This is exactly how you're supposed to play it. If you buy the Armlet, don't wait until you get Armlet Shadowblade and you're ready to fight. Who cares, man? Fight with Armlet. And look at how strong he was there. They even gave extra damage to a Tusk, which arguably is the best support to give extra damage to. What a play, friends. Very, very well done.
Illusion.
Okay, Plov. Silver Edge built up for him. Yeah, he's closing in on the Shadow Blade, which is giving him a lot of space, actually. Silver Edge is going to be really good at dealing with the Bristleback. One thing I didn't really consider about this build, honestly, and I wasn't really talking about, but yes, it's actually a great way to deal with Bristleback. Also a great way to deal with Legion, because now the Silver Edge also halves your healing, and it doesn't get the spell to press the attack, so it can be really good if Legion's going to duel you, just to take away her counter attack. Yeah. The moment of courage, by the way, but yeah, you understand me. Moment of courage, taking that away is actually kind of important. You take away the healing, it's not bad, it's not bad, I like that. Everything in general is already a hero that can tank the duel anyway, nicely. So you might do it to like help a teammate out, for example, in scary situations. Of course, you're going to try to kill Bristleback first, if you can muster. Asya Shush. Going forward, Exo is... What is this? What did he just do there? Okay, the duel into the Will-O-Wisp. Plov is ready to fight this though, and I think they might actually win this duel again. Yeah, there we go. The Jakiro's dead, and the Legion Commander is going to follow suit very soon. Disruption's not going to only give him a couple seconds. He does kill Dodgy though before he dies. Oh no, sorry, Dodgy snowballed in time, which actually gives the time for Sensibility to get away, or perhaps Dodgy just committed suicide for no reason. They murdered Legion and they murdered Jakiro, but in exchange you lost the DP, you lost your 2 supports there as well. Not the greatest of team fights. Sadoy, there's a Yule Scepter canceling his escape. There's no way you're TPing away from this one, Sadoy. So he will be the 4th member of Friends to die. Unfortunately, Friends cannot get cocky quite yet. I mean, they did get a couple good kills, the unnecessary disruption, but still. They got a couple good kills, it was not bad, but Friends still lost that engagement overall. And you only force a support Pavik, which isn't that big a deal. So, not the greatest of wins there. The DP needs to be more powerful. They didn't play with Exorcism, which I like, because honestly, you should have waited till level 12. I'm very surprised they didn't wait for level 12 to really fight, because that was the real point of inflection. At level 12, you would have definitely beat them. You would have beat Nemiga, no problem. You have Exo. You have Exo level 2 is brutal, in addition to a Snowball to give you time. This DP, the only problem I have is that she's not going for Yules, which is actually really great here. Canceling the Legion Commander, stopping, things like the Shadow Poison, for example, Viscous Nasal Goo, Dual Breath, Liquid Fire, the Shadow Strike. I mean, there's so many things that you're dispelling with Yule Scepter. So wonderful. And you're going straight for the Ags? I wouldn't love this build, honestly. No, what are you doing, Sensibility? Why are you so cocky? TP? Ice Path to cancel? Yeah, of course he's dead. What was the hope? There's an Ice Path in the Disruption. They even get a free duel. Why, Sensibility? Why? And they can't fight this. That's a free Roshan given as well, right? Alright, they do. Cardo buys back. There's a Shadow Blade on Plov. There's Exo level 2, man. So if there's ever a time. And the Will-O-Wisp is ready. That's what maybe they're waiting for. They use Ice Shards first, and they want to take the Roshan here. Ice Shards can actually block the Roshan from going back into the pit, which is a technique you can use to elongate these fights if you want to go further.
That's for me.
I thought for a second get a bounty rune out of the shovel. That was great, but unfortunately it was the salve. Oh, that arcane rune would have been great for the Wraith King, because then he dies and reincarnation has reduced cooldown. I mean, come on, what a pickup. Really on point though, the Queen of Pain. Quick with that. Oh no, they want to go for the Roshan, man. You're up against the Pango. Oh, this is really smart. This is really smart. Wrap around smoke, but Plav reads it properly. F.R.I.E.N.D.S in trouble. They go. They have a stun in a couple seconds. Might not be needed. Yeah, the Swashbuckler will kill him. And now Destruction's been wasted, actually, by Astral. That means there's no defensive capabilities. They use the Will-O-Wisp. They want to kill both supports, and they will accomplish it. But a very nice Sonic Wave does catch everyone. The Queen of Pain is destroying the poor Tusk. Is playing outside of the Will-O-Wisp. Still, Exo has not been used. Ush! Why is he not using his ultimate? He doesn't want to fight this, apparently. Ush! Why are you not committing your ultimate? This DP just decided that Exo was not good enough. Now she's coming back to continue this team fight. Had to force a buyback. TP's in. She lasted a really long time. You could have used Exorcism a long time ago. But he just didn't commit his ultimate. He just stayed there. He loses the stupid urn charge. That was not smart. The Shadow Poison was still on him. You could have just waited a bit longer. Tusker decides that it's time to go in. Now they commit the Exorcism, really, for the Roshan? As opposed to the team fight that leads to the Roshan? Ice Shard, Silence as well, Exo. Okay, maybe it's working with a tag team as well. Nefer's gonna try to steal it. Nice stun. Can they take it in time? They snatch it. Shushu takes the Aegis though. But the Roshan is given to the Nemiga team. Duel comes in and they destroy the Chosen One. Immediately won by Plav, who does the reincarnation. They're going for the bristleback. They're chasing after him. That is a great Aegis steal by Asha, and he can continue to fight as Nefrit is easily destroyed, but Sedoi also follows the same fate. Sensibility will be next target, as is Tuskar. Is trying to give him some space. Wraithking is also here. They destroy Sensibility, and Melojul is able to blink away thanks to Disruption. Plav continue to fight this though, and they do silence Astral, ensuring that he does go down. Armlet is not going to last that long, so unfortunately he ends up dying as well. No reincarnation to be seen. Dodgy in a similar position. He's dual breath and killed off. Melojul is playing a Queen of Pain out of his mind. And also, what are you doing, Ashash? What are you doing? Between the choice not to go for the Yule Scepter, the really weird play there without Exo, the fact that you're playing almost haphazardly this game, it's just so odd. Friends, why? Why, friends, why? There's the duel. Oh god, the positioning as well by Ashash, giving another free duel to the Chosen One. What am I watching? You guys just played the first game amazingly. Now this.
Dire's structures are fortified. My thanks. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Okay, Pango is also in trouble. I think the Sonic Wave, he's been silenced by Orchid, right? He's not going to last, so he's dead. There we go. Rolling Thunder to dart in the spell, but no, it was a bit too late. Plav is able to get away thanks to his silence, but that was a free Pango. That was a free Pango, for no other reason than they were just in the wrong position.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's
in the end, it does seem like it's going to be a huge upper hand for Nemiga. And now they can keep pushing. Now that you actually have items, the push is easy. You haven't really needed to play this fast because Wraithking didn't go for like a late game build either, so you're kind of confident about this mid-late game. The DP has not been playing well, so you're not really too concerned about Ashash. And DP is just not something that he is comfortable playing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm not really sure. I don't think you're particularly worried about late, honestly. With the Queen of Pain, the part about Queen of Pain or Priscilla is that these are very snowbally heroes, but they can play late. They can play late. They're not the best heroes, obviously, not Anti-Mage or Medusa or whatever, but you're up against a Wraithing DP, you can deal with them late. The team fight is definitely better for Friends, but they have not been playing this properly, so I don't really know what to say. Wraithing is coming by. They could fight this. They have duel, but they're wary. They know the Exo is up, and this time Ashash will probably use it in the beginning. And I got a duel on Sensibility. That was super easy. Ashash, the next target, silenced up, and making sure there's no Yols, man. There's no Yols! So there's no way they can use Exo because there's an Orchid. Why don't you have a Yols? Plav is left alone as well. And the Macropyre, I mean, we'll just finish him off. Sedoi comes in. There's no DP though. Maybe you like the damage. Can they help him out? Yeah, and Effort's joining in as well. They just don't have damage. Plav is left alone. How to kill a Chosen One? It's impossible. Plav is gone. What possessed you to go frags over Yols? My god, one of the best Yols games I've ever seen. You have 110 dual damage on the Chosen One. That's actually absurd. I take a tower here in the mid lane, no problem. I mean, that tier 3 will fall like it's just gonna crumble to the might of Nemiga.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Okay, well, that's Rax gone, and they're gonna go top as well for the tier 2, so they're playing this properly. Yep. There's even a Yols and the Queen of Pain. At this point, I don't know if they're just memeing here. They have 65T AoE Shadow Strike, which is huge, by the way. Often underappreciated skill. Very, very useful. Because you actually kite the DK, the Wraith King. And the DP, no problem with that, ironically, because DP doesn't have any Dispel. Look at Charm. Ooh, that's huge, actually, for Queen of Pain. Really good. You give it to Bristle even for more Warpath stacks. No, it's not that great. I'm Bristle. 13% is not that big a deal. It's not like Octarine Core, which is at least 25% reduction, which is considerable. Oh, shush. Okay, how are you gonna fight this? How are you gonna continue to play this, Nemiga? I mean, you've been putting friends against the corner right now. Up until now. I guess the odds are in your favor, though, so, you know, I guess this is the right play.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It doesn't seem like they're struggling too much at finding heroes either. It doesn't seem like friends have managed to find a way to play defensively. Even as a Hulk Rest, which is arguably the most synergistic item with Bristleback. You know, armor reduction in area, gives him more armor, attack speed. It's just fantastic. It's one of the best items you can give him. Okay. And we're not calling the Pango. I don't know if you're mistaken, but the Yule Scepter I'm talking about is DP. The Yule Scepter I'm talking about is completely DP. So I am 100% calling out DP, honestly. I mean, I think, yeah, you can make a case that the whole team is not particularly playing too well, but I am flabbergasted by Ush's playstyle, and more importantly, his item choices. I don't even think he's playing that badly. The weird exorcism, yes, but the thing I can't muster is the Yule Scepter. That Yule Scepter is beyond me. The lack of Yule Scepter, rather, is beyond me. I'm not talking about Pango when it comes to the Yule Scepter. I'm sorry if that was confusing. Why she can't get Exo every time. Not like Pango's being particularly useful, mind you, but... taking the tower, no problem. Yep, easy. I mean, I was saying a lot that they have high ground push or high ground defense, but not if they can run you down like this, right? The problem right now is that they can literally just run through the base and they have no problem, especially with the Bristleback's items. Like, I like that he went for all his tankiness items, and not all BBs in the carry position do. Depends. And I like he went for Assault Grass immediately after as well. Even if you get Silver Edged, you're still able to tank a fair amount. Yeah, it don't matter what the reasoning for no Yules is. I mean, I understand obviously the pro player not trying to throw. I'm not someone trying to accuse him. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just wrong. Not being able to dispel a million things that you have. And remember that Demonic Purge only hits your Yules if you have been Demonic Purged in the beginning, right? So they have to Demonic Purge you to begin with. Which, mind you, actually, it's not even convenient because you're going to Yules, and even if Demonic Purge purges your Yules, you already got the Purge off. So it might even be better for you. So, no, it's not really a justification. The Yules as a counter to Orchid, as a counter to the Viscous of Goo, it's just a bit too important to dispel. Beyond even the invulnerability, the dispel is too important. Of course, there's a reasoning for it. Maybe you can make a case, but at this point, you've seen what it does. So it's wrong. Even if his reasoning was there in the to begin with, it's wrong. It's clear it's wrong because it had not been working out. It's been a very weird game for Ush. They have not been able to take advantage of this DP too much, to be honest. Oh, and their draft was lacking though. I'm surprised with the amount of teamfight that they have. They're struggling so much in 5-on-5 engagements. Thank you, Farming Jobs. I appreciate your comments. This is a this is a peculiar game to be coming to in Dota, but I'm glad that you're joining Dota the streams. She was the next item for Co-op. I actually really like it as well. I gotta commend Domelo for his playstyle. He's been playing out of his mind, this Queen of Pain. Probably the best player in his team. Like, yeah, the Legion Command is getting right duels, and you have Jakiro actually getting really solid Macro Pirates or Ice Paths, but that's a set up for them. And anyone can play BB. You know, you just have your keys on W and Q, and you just keep hitting those intermittently, and you play Bristle back. But the Queen of Pain is playing really, really well. For a hero that... She hasn't buffed with the recent changes. Honestly, the patch has really, really benefited him. Because it benefits the kind of constant magic damage heroes that can naturally transition into physical damage in the late game, which Gromp can definitely do. It's a hero that is also benefited because the lane matters much more now. Because, of course, the jungle really gives you nothing, so recovering from the jungle in the mid lane is not that easy. So Quap is good. Quap is not that as bad as he used to be. Last patch it was terrible. She used to be horrendous. But on top of that, Melojewel has been playing these fights really well. She evades most spells, manages to blink on the right spots, gets the right supports in the beginning, Sonic Waves every single time at least 2 heroes. She's been on point. The only thing that Quap didn't really like about this patch is the change to the, obviously, ability damage for intelligence heroes, because that affects her Sonic Wave a lot, because there's no other way, you know, of really buffing that up. But it's not that relevant. I still think the hero is really strong. I actually like her a lot as a support, to be honest, nowadays. Okay, Silver Edge used. Nice disruption. Very nice disruption. Snowball behind, though. Is there any help from the team? Very good Ice Path. Will-O-Wisp has been committed. Everything. They're going for the supports first. That's proper, but Sonic Wave onto 4 heroes already. Brutal Sonic Wave as Melojewel proceeds to pummel the poor Tusker away. However, they are going to lose their Aegis immediately from the BB, but look at Melojewel go! You just cannot fight this Queen of Pain. She's everywhere and anywhere at all times. This Wraith King's going to try to get away with a simple Shadow Blade, and thanks to the Snowball, he might have enough time. No! And Ice Path stopped him right in his tracks as Plov, has to die alone. There was no DP here to fight, and the Quap, again, too powerful. Friends got cancelled by another 5-man Sonic Wave, and the constant damage from Nemiga was just enough. Friends, not their best game. But honestly, since they played a really good game 1, these things happen. It's not a throw, guys. You know, these teams don't. The organizers are very legit, so... It's just one of those situations where you get in a bad mindset, and I can tell that Oshish was in a bad mindset, and just affected his playstyle all along. And anyway, we go. We'll give you a slight shout out for my good friends here at AGB. Guys, our partner AGB.com gives you an awesome proposal. First deposit bonus up to $600. At AGB.com, you can also find convenient service, daily quests, and a bonus system. Interested? Click on the banner under the broadcast. My name is DSwordfish. I've been your caster for today. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon with the last game of the series between Friends and Nemiga. Let's see who's gonna throw last.
EGB, your esports betting world. The only place to find the widest choice of popular games and matches to win real money. Choose your bet on a single event or express of several matches with dizzy odds. Serving the market for 7 years with over 800,000 users. Join now to get your bonus for the first deposit up to $600. EGB, you know for sure who's gonna win.